Hi and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Vince. Thanks for stopping by. You're very welcome here indeed. So a study published in Nature Communications using blood markers has come back with the result that 150 years of age is possibly the maximum that any human is ever likely to achieve. Well, that's enough waffling off me. Let's jump into the presentation and see what this study in Nature Communications has got to say. This is a review of a piece I read by David Nield in the Medical Express magazine, where he describes a study published in Nature Communications which postulates that human life will top out at 150 years of age. And there are links in the description below to the articles and the papers I used to put this presentation together. This new research looks into the idea of biological aging or senescence. This relates to the speed at which our bodies deteriorate, which may or may not match our chronological age, which, as David Sinclair says, it's the number of times that the Earth has gone around the Sun, and this is not a good measure of our health. Scientists have now developed a new way to interpret fluctuations in the number of different kinds of blood cells that we have. This new measurement technique is called the Dynamic Organism State Indicator, or DOSI. Over time, the DOSI score shows our body's resilience slowly dropping. This is one of the reasons it takes us longer to recover from disease and injury as we age. The researchers say that assuming we can avoid general disaster and disease throughout the course of our life, DOSI is a reliable method for showing when that resilience would finally give out and we would expire. In their paper, the researchers explain that extrapolation of this trend suggested that the DOSI recovery time and variance would simultaneously diverge at a critical point of between 120 and 150 years of age, corresponding to a complete loss of resilience. Blood cell count information on more than 500,000 people taken from research databases in the UK, the USA and Russia was analysed, along with the step count data on 4,532 individuals to measure the rate of people's decline in fitness. Blood cell count could point to a range of problems in the body. To ensure it was a good general indicator of all-round health and recovery, the team used the step count data to double-check their rationale. Another discovery made from the data was a shift in the aging trajectories from the age of 35 and upwards, and then again from the age of 65 and upwards. This also matches up with some society markers, such as the age when people tend to retire from elite sport and the age when some people usually retire from full-time work. The researchers said that in the future, the study could be used to inform treatments that can target diseases and illness without affecting biological resistance, and perhaps one day even extend the current maximum lifespan of 122 years. So, is 150 years actually possible? At the time of this study, the oldest age anyone had ever reached on record is 122 years, 164 days. This new analysis is generally in line with previous studies that have mentioned a maximum human lifespan of between 120 and 140 years of age. The study theorizes that without some pretty radical changes to our bodies at a fundamental level, it would be very hard to squeeze many more years out of our fragile forms. The researchers concluded that the criticality resulting in the end of life is an intrinsic biological property of an organism that is independent of stress factors and signifies a fundamental or absolute limit of human lifespan. Well, I hope you found that interesting or informative, hopefully both. I'm a little skeptical about these kind of studies, and there's been a few of late where they use data from 10, 20, maybe 30 years ago. Funny enough, David Sinclair was actually asked in a recent podcast if he believes that these kind of studies that use old data are relevant now, bearing in mind the advances that have been made in the anti-aging field and the big advances in the last 3 to 5 years that have been made are going to skew the numbers that are coming out of these recent studies using old data. I'm going to post that clip from a podcast in the next few days, so make sure you watch it because David Sinclair's answer is very interesting. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. As always, please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.